Hey guys, so I know it's been a couple weeks since I've come to you with a video, and I do apologize for that, but you know what, I'm not coming to you every week with no more videos because it is a lot for me and I got a lot going on in my life right now. So maybe in a couple months when my life slows down, I'll be able to come to you with weekly videos, but for now we'll try to do it every other week. We'll go with that. That sounds fair, right? If you don't say yeah, then whatever. But I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna try to come to y'all at least twice a month with a new video. It's been really hard right now because I have been traveling, because as you all know, I am done with the army, but I'm on my last few weeks of terminal leave. So I've just been traveling, you know, visiting family, and who has time to be recording a video when you are trying to chill with your family, right? So I'm back for now, and today I'm going to be talking to you about depression. So if you have ever had depression, felt like you've had depression, been depressed for more than 2 weeks, have been diagnosed with depression, or should be diagnosed with depression because you don't want to go to the doctor to talk about it, raise your hand. So you might have raised your hand and I can't see you, but I raised my hand for everybody who's watching this video to know that if you have depression, you are not alone. Depression is so common. It's just we don't talk about it as much as we should and could. So I have been diagnosed with major depressive disorder. In conclusion, with everything crazy that's been going on in my life, being in the army, it started off with what's it called? How can I think of the term of it? Adjustment disorder. There you go. Adjustment disorder is what is the first diagnosis normally, because you are having problems adjusting to a lifestyle change or traumatic experience. So adjustment disorder is supposed to go away after 6 months. After it has not gone away after 6 months, then it is called major depressive disorder, or they try to find a different type of depression that you have. So initially I was diagnosed with adjustment disorder after having that stroke, but it never went away because it was a major traumatic experience. But enough about me, we're going to talk about depression. So let's go. So depression is called major depressive disorder or clinical depression, but for short we call it depression. It is a common but very serious mood disorder. Depression is a persistent feeling of sadness or loss of interest. It causes severe symptoms. They're psychological symptoms that affect your physical. They affect how you think, how you feel, how you handle daily activities such as sleeping, such as eating, such as working. So if you're not eating right or you're eating too much, it may just be that depression, and it's something that you will need to handle, because if you don't, you will never treat it and it'll only get worse. It's more than just the blues. You know, people like, oh, you just, you know, you lost your job, just snap out of it. You can't just snap out of it because you're depressed. And that's the same with any other situation that triggers you into depression. You can't just snap out of it because it's not that easy. It's the same with anxiety. You just can't snap out of it. It takes more for you to do that. It takes treatment, you know, it takes counseling, it takes sometimes medication. It takes you coping and you dealing and talking to other people that have it or people that can help treat it. So depression, for it to be diagnosed as depression, the symptoms need to last more than 2 weeks. Again, like I said before, they might start it off with adjustment disorder and then they'll change it to depression after they figure out what is wrong with you. So some forms of depression, because there's different types of depression. Major depressive disorder is the main thing. It's like the big papa, but then there's little babies underneath it. So one is persistent depressive disorder. So this is a 2-year or more depressive mood. It stays like that for 2 years. Why is it different than major depressive disorder? Because it's not as severe as major depressive disorder. However, comma pause, it does have periods of major depressive disorder where it's stepped up a notch from what it normally is. But it is a very common thing as well. Postpartum depression. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, my girlfriend, my wife, my baby mama, whoever, she just had a baby and she just has the baby blues. She is just not herself. She's not feeling it. And then it lasts for months, maybe even a year, maybe until she has another baby. You never know. That is not baby blues. So baby blues happens the first 2 weeks. If anything after those first 2 weeks is not baby blues anymore, that is postpartum depression. cannot tell you how it feels to have postpartum depression because I don't have a child, but based off of research and studies, it's basically where the mother is just not herself. She's not in the normal happy mood that she was before the baby. Why does that happen? It can be a number of things. She doesn't feel the same that she felt when she had the baby. You know, having a baby has a plethora of hormones, and once the baby has been delivered, those hormones don't just go away. So it takes the body a lot of time to get back to its normal self, and you may not ever get back to your normal self, but that's where treatment and help and just support of your family comes in handy. Psychotic depression. So this is where you have depression plus you have psychosis. Psychosis is basically where your brain is playing tricks on you. You're having hallucinations, you're hearing things, you're seeing things that aren't there, or even you get yourself into certain moods of stuff that doesn't exist. Like you have guilt for something that never happened. You have a feeling of poverty or a feeling of richness that you don't have, and or illness where you just make yourself feel like you are ill, but there's nothing wrong with you. And the problem with this is that's an illness in itself, and a lot of times it goes unnoticed because people just write it off as they're just tripping, or they'll snap out of it, or nothing's wrong with them, or something's wrong with them and we can't help them. But you can get help, and again, it takes time for you to go get treatment, go get a doctor that can effectively and correctly diagnose what you're going through. Seasonal affective disorder is the next one. So this is mostly common during the winter time when there's less natural sunlight, and the sun I can't think of what portion of the brain it affects, but you need to have sunlight in your life in order for your body to heal and self-correct. It affects your sleep if you don't have enough sunlight. It affects your mood, all these things. So in the wintertime, some people may have social withdrawal. They may have, sleep. They may have affected sleep. They may have weight gain. They may just not feel like themselves. It's not just because they don't like the cold. It's because there's actually seasonal affective disorder. And, it's just something that they would have to deal with they would have to cope with. But again, it may take you going to the doctor or even just researching it to see what's going on and see if you relate with something, and then see coping mechanisms or ways that you can heal yourself, or ways that you could just make it more manageable. Bipolar disorder. So bipolar disorder is not depression. However, pause. Bipolar disorder, it deals with the two extreme polars of mania and major depressive disorder. So you'll go through a time period where you have mania, you're extremely high, you're just feeling good. Some people say mania because it makes you feel like you're crazy, because it's just nobody could be happy for that long period of time. And when I say long period of time, I mean you're happy for weeks. Then nothing that is done to you can make you get down from that high. And then you go to major depressive disorder, where nothing can bring you up from where you are low down to, and it takes a doctor for you to be able to get the treatment that you need. And then there's other types of depressive disorder that have been researched and have been implemented in the psychology community. One is this disruptive mood dysregulation disorder. I had to redo this whole video because I messed this up so bad. But that is with children, and it's just basically they just seem like they buck wild, but they're not buck wild. They have a disorder. And then of course it goes away, but it goes away after treatment or you knowing how to handle it. And then another disorder is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, and with that is basically premenstrual. So we're not crazy when we feel like we're, moody or mad or anxious or whatever different feelings a woman gets when they have their menstrual cycle. It is an actual disorder that is followed by that. So I hope this video just, sparked some thought in you, gave you some different types of depression to think about, and made you think more about how common it is and how it's not just one type of depression. I will come back to you with another video talking about the signs, the symptoms, the triggers, even, the treatment, what you can do to prevent it, ways that you can cope with it, ways that you can spark the communication for the support of your family if you have depression or if your family member has depression. So I hope you liked this video. I hope this video was informative to you. If you liked it, please like it below. Please share this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please give me some suggestions, because some of these suggestions, some of these ideas come to myself, but a lot of times I do have some suggestions for people. But it's, you know, if I get in this mood where I cannot think of a video, that's where the help of your suggestions come in play. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you soon, and as always, have a great day, have a great week, go do something productive, and put a smile on your face.